Alright, so today I have a stuffed chicken breast for you. I guarantee you're going to want to try this recipe. This is a 10 out of 10. Stick around, let me show you how I did it. Cook! Stuffed chicken breast with a Cajun cream sauce. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is what we're going to need. We're going to need some bacon, some cream cheese, a bunch of spinach, and some fresh basil. So we're going to start off with rinsing the spinach. Make sure we don't have any dirt, any grainy bits, whatever on the spinach. Just rinse it off. So now I'm going to slice up my bacon. I have about 5 slabs of bacon here, and I'm just going to slice them. And then later on, we're going to fry them in a pan, get them nice and crispy. And next is our spinach. We're just going to chop them up. We're going to want small pieces for this recipe. Just chop them, not too much, but, you know, just enough to where, you know, they're in pieces and not whole leaves of spinach. So then we're going to chop our basil. We're kind of going to dice this up, though. So I wrote it all into one piece, and I'm going to chop them up and dice them up and put them to the side. So we have our diced basil, our chopped spinach, and our bacon. Now we're going to fry the bacon, like I said, in a pan, a hot pan, just to get it nice and crispy. Now this is our cream cheese. I let it sit at room temperature till it got nice and soft. And then our crispy bacon, I let it cool down. Then I added it to the cream cheese, along with the spinach and basil. So there's our bacon. This is our basil. And then finally, the spinach. So we're just going to give that a mix until all the ingredients are well incorporated. So now that we have our stuffing, we're going to get started on the chicken breast. So I'm going to start by cleaning my chicken. I'm just going to run some water over it, kind of rub my hands across it just to clean it off a little bit. That's all. And then I'm just going to grab a paper towel and pat them dry. Now make sure you have a small enough knife and a sharp enough knife. Because we're going to make a small little incision and we're going to create a pocket inside the breast. We're not going to slice it all the way open. We're just going to make a pocket so where we can stuff it and then seal it. That way the stuffing doesn't come out. Now it's time to stuff it. We're going to grab some of our stuffing that we mixed, the cream cheese, spinach, bacon, and basil, and we're going to stuff it inside the pocket that we made. And you don't have to use this much stuffing. I like to overstuff my chicken breast. Now we're gonna seal it with toothpicks. We're just gonna put it in one side, make it come out the other side, and we're gonna put them close enough to where the stuffing doesn't come out. And this is everything that we're gonna use to season the chicken. Now we're gonna season both sides of the chicken with the seasonings that I've just showed you. Okay, now to a hot pan, I added some grapeseed oil. You can use whatever oil you like. I just like to use grapeseed oil. And then I added the chicken breast. And we're gonna sear that on both sides. Now listen to the sizzle. That's how hot you want your pan. Not scalding hot to where you're gonna burn it, but hot enough to where it's gonna sear it. Now I have my oven set at 375 degrees. Now I'm gonna pop it in the oven for about 40 minutes until the chicken breast is thoroughly cooked. Now the chicken breast is all done. Look how delicious it looks. Now that the chicken is done, we're gonna start on our sauce. This is a Cajun cream sauce that I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna start off with a half stick of butter and get that melted. And now that our butter is all melted, we're gonna use the same ingredients that we used to stuff the chicken. We're gonna add our spinach and also our basil. And then we're just gonna saute this a little. Then we're gonna add about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of chopped garlic. Now we're gonna add 1 cup of heavy cream. Now it's time to season it. We're gonna season it with a little salt and a little Cajun seasoning. Then we're gonna add some Parmesan cheese. Now we're gonna add some paprika. Now we're gonna stir that in, and we're gonna simmer this cream sauce until it thickens. Now it's time to plate this thing. And put some of that Cajun cream sauce on the plate. We're gonna sauce it up real good. Then we're gonna add the chicken breast on top of it, and then more sauce on top of the chicken breast. Now let's give it a go. Let's see what it's tasting like. So good. Perfecto. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications.